are live, or we should be, and there's probably music. It doesn't look like there's music on here though. We are live, or we should be. Oh.
Oh God. What just happened?
Don't worry about that. My monitor was working. I forgot to close it. Okay.
Okay.
So I can hear the music. The stream can't hear the music. How does music work?
Nobody knows.
One of these days we'll get working music.
Are you trying to fix that right now, or should we get into this? Uh-oh. Are you there?
I'm there.
Okay. I'm like, oh damn it, I've lost him. What the hell?
I think the music is showing up in the background now. I don't know. We'll see. Another test. I'm using a different program so that we don't have the chat notifications every time it changes songs, because that's annoying. Even if no one's here, it's annoying to me.
Hey, if it's annoying to you, then it would probably be annoying to somebody else.
So, and Streamlabs gave me free $15, so hey, let's do that $5 test of this thing for a month. So yeah, I think there's music here. I'll make a playlist for next time, if this sounds good. If not, whatever. Also, hello, nobody, except for future people.
Oh my God.
It has been a long week.
You're doing great, bud. You're doing so great.
But I did my paper. Everything's fine. And on the screen right now is some demons from Diablo for the background.
Nice.
Before I feel the need to look anything up. So, but I got Google Chrome up with that picture in a tab. If we need to look something up or want to look at pictures, I can do that.
Alrighty. This is the 24th, I believe.
I thought it was the 23rd. Our last one was orcs and ogres, right?
Oh, that's a great question. Well,
that's what I saw when I looked on Patreon.
Oh,
I know it's been a little
we talked
while.
about nightmares too on the 23rd episode, I thought.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So, is there a way to like stop the stream? You want to start over?
Nope, it's fine. The title's just super wrong.
Okay, you're doing good.
Am I?
It's fine. All right, so since we're doing it live, hello everyone, and welcome to the 24th episode of the Untamed Rant.
Yes.
I am the Untamed Scribe, and as always, with me is the one, the only, Mr. Crowley.
Questionably here with you. Obviously.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about the Quasit. Am I saying that right?
Sure.
I never know if I say it right.
Oh, wait. There's a thing for this. D&D Beyond. D&D, what is the URL for that? I don't nearly use it enough.
dndbeyond.com.
Let's do a search for Quasit. Where's the thing? Because they added this. If I go to the page. Yes. Okay. Here. Now I need to pause the music. Okay.
Yeah. So you want to start it over? Or?
No.
You're doing good, bud.
Oh, it's not very loud. Hold on. Shh. Quasit. Because D&D Beyond has this feature where you can click the little thing and there's a canonical like pronunciation guide. It's someone speaks it for you. So.
Oh, so I had it pretty well then, huh?
Yes.
Awesome.
So.
Nailing this episode. How you doing?
I'm here. I just like one more day to get through, and then I have 4 off in a row, and class is over, and I'm done wrapping presents, and I can like sleep maybe. Yeah.
All right. So again, we're going to be talking about Quasits and
Yes.
also some other fiends, maybe some familiars in there too. I think you mentioned maybe talking about demons, if I have that right. Maybe, possibly.
Yes, because technically a Quasit is a demon.
Yes. So all good things, only not if you're on the other end. But who knows?
It'll be great.
So
And if anyone shows up, maybe we'll talk about random stuff that they throw in there. But, of course, I think Death by Mage has a stream going on right now featuring Christmas stuff.
cool. That's awesome.
And Dale Kingsmill has a stream about traps and dungeons and stuff. So, this week is a packed week for streams.
Got it. Also, apologies because I may end up killing a cat over the headset, and I apologize because he is just up in my grill.
As long as you use it to summon a Quasit to replace it.
Yeah, that may or may not happen. I don't know.
So Quasits. So I heard you flipping through your books. I'm sure you have your book out.
I do, yes.
Wow.
Among
now
other
the
things.
music's
Yes.
loud.
Oh man,
Just can't win with this music.
you just can't win.
No,
I think
not at all.
is where we're at.
I just wanted some noise to fill in the dead spaces. And now we have some heavy dubstep going on, and the bass is not even dropped yet. Okay, music's over. I'm done with music tests.
Okay,
for
cool.
today.
That sounds like a good time.
So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Quasits. Aaron.
Okay, so for those that don't know, a Quasit is a tiny fiend. It's, chaotic evil. It's part of the demon family. It is, I think one of the best places to start with it is that it's a shape changer. So it can use its action to polymorph into a beast that resembles like a bat or a centipede, toad, something small. Obviously, it's a tiny fiend. So just keep that in mind, unless you obviously do like a reskinning or something like that and you want to make it a little more powerful, that's up to you. But its statistics are the same in each form, except for obviously the speed can change. And part of that, I mean, you could do some really cool stuff with that if potentially you use it as a familiar, which we'll get into. But it does have the ability to shape change, which I think is a good place to start because it's a cool feature of this little fiend, and
it lets it hide.
Yeah, exactly. So it can trick a lot of different characters, I think.
Especially at low levels. So here's my thing about the Quasit, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just a demon imp.
Well, yeah. It has, for those that don't know, it's got claws. It's got its claw attack. It does have the ability to become invisible, and it is able to scare once per day. But there's a DC, obviously, that wisdom save. If not, the creature is frightened for 1 minute. So it does have a little bit of something, potentially. I mean, but hey, if you succeed, then you succeed. But, it's just a tiny little fiend. Why do you have such a problem with him, man?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I feel like
he can cause a bunch of mischief.
I feel like they could have done something with it other than just making it the chaotic counterpart to the imp, because the imp is like the imp's virtually the same thing, even statistically. But devils are lawful evil, right? They do the contracts and the manipulation and the planning, and demons are like, let's destroy all the things. But like a Quasit is like, I feel like that was statistically put in there, so like if you want to do demons for your campaign, you have a low-level demon, which is fine, except they didn't do anything to really... I mean, I guess scare is okay for 5th edition, but they didn't really do anything to make it, I don't know, like this cool little demon. Like, what's it say?
You just want it to be more cool? Is that what you're getting at?
I mean, it's like more powerful demons use Quasit as spies and messengers.
Yeah.
But they only have a 7 to intelligence, so like they can't work like that as well as like imps can. I feel like they should just be like these tiny like terror piranhas that run. They should be like gremlins from the movie Gremlins, and like actively cause mayhem. But they're just kind of just shoved in there to be a low level demon instead. I feel like there's a missed opportunity.
I don't disagree. I mean, and that's something that, as a DM or whatever, you can always change. We could potentially, and when I say we, I mean you could do a reskinning of it and make it a little more BA if you wanted.
Well, that's actually, so like reskinning, especially for demons and devils, like if we're talking Quasits and imps, reskinning is like something that is actually gotten easier and makes a lot of sense because there's like a lot of demon lords, right?
Absolutely, because
like
bitches be violent.
So you got Demogorgon, who's that big two-headed mandrill-faced dude with tentacle arms.
Yeah, gross.
Who's literally insane.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it was in here, and like obviously we could do it, but like imagine like the Quasits that his followers summoned also had tentacle arms and like two bitey heads, and they just like lash at you with their arms, grab onto you, and just hang on for dear life as their two heads just sit there and gnaw at you until you're dead. Like little terror piranhas. Like,
well, you love that. I mean, they do. I mean, that face, yeah, piranha. That shit's nasty. No joke.
Like exactly, especially the newest iteration of them. They just have little piranha faces.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other demon lords. Like, where is this? It's in one of these books. Here we go. So like Baphomet is the Minotaur guy in the labyrinth.
Yeah.
We could do something with that. Like they got horns, but what is Baphomet all about here? What's his frightful presence? That's not super helpful. Mm-hmm. Although I guess they could give him a little charge attack. Imagine this little 2-foot tall creature that you could kick super easily, but it charges you, bashes you with its horns, and somehow you fall over.
No, like, I don't really want. I mean, as the person getting attacked, no, I don't want to do that.
Or Dweeblex, the demon lord of slime. Imagine if this thing could turn into like a little ooze.
Oh man,
yeah,
that'd be dope.
I mean, oh my god! Or Orcus, if it was a Quasit of Orcus and its bite infected you with a poison, and when you died, you rose to a zombie. So like, demon cultists just send a couple Quasits into a city. They get bit by these little feral assholes, and then there's suddenly a zombie plague.
Yeah, buddy, that'd be dope.
Like, there's so many cool ways to use Quasits, but they're just chilling here with like, I bite things.
Nom 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 nom.
Like,
I'm scary. Ooh. I mean, that's why I kind of feel like this, like, obviously reskinning, but also the shape changer thing. Like, you could make that more interesting than it is, for sure.
Oh yeah, you could use all kinds of shaped. I think that's just thrown in there so that there's an easy way to have them hide.
Yeah, totally.
As NPC spies or villain spies, or if you're a warlock, so that you can be, you're not walking around with this imp thing. Oh, mm-hmm. Hi Dan.
I kind of feel like.
Oh, you're not. You should open your Chrome, and you can mute it, but you should open the stream so that you can see chat, because Dan's watching and he just emoji'd some scary looking face.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm dealing with a cat again. Sorry, hold on.
Dan, shouldn't you be counting money?
He also messed up my notes.
That's okay.
Alright, so what am I doing? Okay, opening...
Go to twitch.tv/TheWandering Alchemist.
Twitch.tv... The Wandering?
Uh,
Or just wondering?
um,
Get your shit together,
I
man.
think it's The Wandering. I don't know. I copy paste a lot. Is that Charizard eating money? It's just Wandering. There's no the. Thanks, Dan.
Okay, thank you, Dan.
So, anyways, yeah. So Quasits have. I feel like they have more potential than any other demon to just be reskinned because they're so plain.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, my problem is that in the book they're useless.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my other problem is there's dretches, and a dretch can easily be the demon familiar spot.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need the Quasit. The Quasit is just like, well, we need a demon that looks like an imp. So, like, and this poor,
Yeah, it's a little lazy. Yeah.
like this
a
poor
little lazy.
and the poor ugly dretch is just like, but what about my fart attack?
Exact quote.
It's like, I'm unique. Why not use me?
Oh my god.
You know?
Oh yeah, totally. So yeah, maybe we can reskin it or do something with it a little later on down the line. However, let's talk about it being a familiar, because Quasits can become a familiar, as you mentioned. But it when it does that, okay, it forms this telepathic bond with a willing master.
Yeah.
While they're bonded, the master can sense what the Quasit senses as long as they are within a mile of each other, which I think is pretty dope. A mile's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all the familiar rules that are sitting in the Warlock class, because
I do like the fact, though, that at any time and for any reason, the Quasit can end its service as a familiar, ending the telepathic bond. So, I mean...
Yeah.
God forbid it was a reskin of something that we were just talking about, and then it was just like, nah, I don't want to be a familiar anymore. Oh, by the way, here's some fucking zombies.
Unless it's a Warlock familiar, because then it's got a higher up to answer to, just like the Warlock does. Right. It can't just say no. But, like... Alright, right off the bat, my Quasits are never going to be Intelligence 7. They're going to be at least 10, like an imp.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm gonna have a demon imp, I'm gonna treat it like an imp that's just more malicious and crazy, but not stupid. Like, especially if he's a Warlock familiar, he's got to pass information along. I don't want him, like... I mean, I guess you could play that up so that the player messes up, but then you're just pitting the player's pet that he specifically built his Warlock to get...
Right.
against the player for favor from the Demon Lord, who aren't, as negotiable as your devils.
Yeah.
Anyways. So yeah, I could not play a Quasit without at least a basic human intelligence, because I feel like it's not fair.
No, it's not. I mean, God.
Or it creates too many unfair opportunities naturally to watch out for that I don't want to watch out for all those things.
I also kind of want it to be a little more charismatic a little bit, that's my own personal preference.
I don't understand how this little, I mean, I guess I get it because the statistics are ephemeral.
Mm-hmm.
But this little guy with this little scaly hunchback piranha face.
Yeah, and horns.
And a 7
double horns.
and a 7
Mm-hmm.
intelligence. Has a 10 charisma?
Right.
Are you how?
No.
Like, how is he convincing anyone of anything?
He's not. That's part of the problem. But again, I think I prefaced this, and I'm going to keep saying it because I can. He could be so much better. You just got to make him that way. Like, reskin it or, tweak some of this stuff on your own a little bit.
It's getting added to my list.
Oh, good. Yes.
Where's...
Yes.
Because, so I'm taking the, I don't know if you've probably have. because I feel like you've looked at all the pages on that site at this point. But the Libris Monstrum pages.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, Dan.
But yeah, I saw that too.
You're not wrong. So the Libris Monstrum, when I'm done with that, instead of trying to like find monsters in D&D and like look at their mythologies, because that's like a lot of research, I'm gonna direct it more creatively. And like the first one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like outline, and I will turn it into stats. Maybe not for the initial article, but for the secondary article. But like Pixie just has that one stat block, and there's not much love you can do with Pixies other than narratively. But like, what if you had a bunch of Pixie Paladins? I think this came up in one of our early
yes, it did.
episodes.
Oh my god, I
like,
still love this idea.
What if
so
you had a
much.
bunch of Pixie Paladins, and they're all like, sure, they're all wearing plate mail and stuff, but
terrifying, dude.
Right, but what if it's Fey enchanted plate mail and they can still move fast, and you get like little, like, imagine Pixie Paladin knights in plate mail with armored giant dragonflies that they're riding, just stabbing you with a lance.
Oh, dude, that's just no. You're dead. There's nothing you can do.
Right.
Unless obviously you're a caster of some kind. But I imagine some guy with like a mace, like there's not much here. Like swing wildly, hope and pray.
I mean that becomes like a level 5-6 encounter that you can design instead of like a level 1 encounter.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So yeah, Quasits are getting added to the list because, I mean, all we really have to do is look at various demon lords or various demon related themes.
Yeah.
And like throw some idea, like we already came up with
really
3
bump
of
it
them.
up.
So
yeah, totally. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So in terms of this, for those listening,
Dan.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, Dan. Thanks, Dan.
Dan, play D&D.
There's really not much more for the Quasit, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much what it is. Unless you're going to change something like we talked about, there's not much else for it. So I kind of feel like we should, or not we should, but we could move on to some other demons and that kind of thing. Demons, devils, other fiends, as we've mentioned a little bit. But is there anyone in particular? Oh my god, he's kind of cute.
Right? Like, look at this guy collecting ingredients for his master. Can't do that with a 7 intelligence.
Yeah, no. Go find me this. What? Kind of like Donkey from Shrek. Blue flower, red thorns. This would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind kind of shit. Like,
exactly.
You don't want that. You don't want that with your potions, okay?
Well, I mean, I don't mind that. Like, I expect a Quasit to talk like that, but, like, at least that Quasit knows what a flower is.
Right, exactly, yeah. Although, does he? We don't know. He could just have thought it looked really crunchy and wanted to try it. We don't know.
That's fair.
Oh my god. So in terms of other demons and fiends and that kind of thing, what else did you have a specific mention you wanted to talk about?
No, I like demons. Demons are fun.
I think for me, one of the ones I like from what I've looked at least in just the 5th edition monster manual, nothing fancy, is I really like the Merilith. That's definitely a higher level, a challenge. It's definitely it's a higher challenge rating. That's what I was trying to say.
Meriliths are also cool in general because they look, I mean, obviously you got your Balor, but that's just a Balrog.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they're cool and all, but like, I don't know. I feel like they get used a lot more often than.
But Meriliths are like clearly like demonic generals.
Yes. Yeah, and
but
I think
also,
that's what I'm attracted to about it.
With snake tail and 6 arms, like
right?
If
like,
you fight one of those and the DM plays it properly, you are messed up. 7 attacks per turn.
Yeah, that's why it's no joke. Like, again, don't think I've ever made it in a campaign where we've gotten that far and it's been, like, appropriate to have this kind of monster, I guess is the best way to put it. But it'd be really cool to fight one of these things, I think.
And I'd want to make, like, a named one that is with legendary actions that is just messing your day up. Like, with some magic, like a magical sword fighter type, so that the blades have like lightning damage and fire damage, and she's like got mage armor and crap. It's just
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
I think she'd be really fun to either run as a DM or to fight as a player. I think that'd be really cool. I like her as a large fiend in the demon category.
Yeah.
She's pretty BA. Is there any from the actual just the monster manual straight up that you really really love? I mean, I feel like there hasn't been a lot of, I mean, just personally off the top of my head, I can't think of many fiends or demons that you've thrown into a campaign.
I use them occasionally reskinned.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, so in the basic monster man, you got the Yucklaw, but that's really very drow specific.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Shadow demons are fun. Like, I've never really like gone full demon.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I'm
subplot.
kind of like, I don't
But
think
also,
you
like,
have any
a
like
lot
that.
of the base demons are very. I don't know. None of them really stand out to me as much as like the devils do, because like the
Yeah.
devils, you got the barb devil, which is the porcupine of devils. The bone devil is just evil looking.
Oh my god, I hate that thing. Ice Devil too. No.
But then, like, you know, you got your horn devil is your very standard devil, like horns, pitchfork, wings. But then ice devil is cool because it's got a combination of the creepy bug aspect combined with the ice element.
I do not like him. No,
then,
fought one of those once. No thanks.
Yeah. And then, so, I don't know, devils are more fun for me. But I think, like, the later monster manuals from earlier editions are a lot more fun when it comes to demons and devils because they get super creative. And I should have pulled the whole collection of Pathfinder bestiaries out because...
Yeah, you should have. Why didn't you do that, silly?
I'll go grab them.
Good job. So while he's doing that, just a quick little plug, shameless plug, if you are not already, but if you are listening and to this episode and you like what you're hearing, please think about becoming a patron for us. We would appreciate it. We will give that information at the end of the episode, but just while he's grabbing those books, I just want to mention that. So if you do like what you hear, listen to the full episode, and hopefully you'll become a patron after you hear us.
Hooray.
Yay!
So I grabbed the Pathfinder bestiaries. I'll look real quick. The other thing, like, I always like how Pathfinder does stuff because they're very categorical about stuff. But, so demons, like, just in, which one's this? Bestiary 2? Okay. We got a much better low-level demon than the Quasit. No offense to the Quasit.
I feel like it's okay to give offense to him at this point. Like, you know.
Actually, these are technically daemons. Gotta skip those. Can't talk about those yet. Those are different.
Yeah, but no, you can't.
So, oh, they're the worst ways to die. That's also why I love Pathfinder. They have a whole subset of fiends that are literally embodiments of terrible deaths. So.
Great.
Demons. Okay. So the Shemhazian, I believe is how you say it, is this. It's on the scale of a Balor or a Pit Fiend, right? Mm-hmm. Except its basic body form is like this huge bear, like anthropoid bear, except it's got these like reptilian claws. Coming off of its shoulders are literal mantis arms.
Oh.
Its mouth opens, its lower jaw at least opens sideways as well as normally. It's got two huge mandibles.
What do they call this thing again?
It's here.
I was gonna say we should throw up a picture if you can or something. Yeah, see, I was gonna send you one, but you're already on top of it. It's like we know what we're doing or something. I don't really know.
I was like forgetting that we're actually live instead of
recording it and then going back to edit.
Look at this thing.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Like, that's terror.
That's like a little teddy bear head all mutated up.
It's the worst teddy bear head. And I won't even look at the devils because I know Pathfinder has more cool devils, but let's see. What do we got in number 3? Oh yeah. Like, we can go with the Seraptis demon.
Oh, that does not sound pretty.
No, it's mean. And, like, the only descriptive text in here is Seraptis demons form from the souls of those who inspired widespread despair or destruction by committing suicide.
Oh.
And she's got 4 arms, and, like, I don't know if you can tell, but these cuts on her arms are mouths.
Oh, no, you can't tell from that picture. That's insane. She looks so badass, though. Terrifying.
I can't really make it bigger.
Dang it. There we go. You did it.
Yeah, it's like the same size. It's just
full screen, but that's whatever. It's fine. Yeah, that's...
So, I mean...
You ugly.
Almost dropped a book. Actually, that was bestiary 5? I guess I put these away out of order.
You're doing so well. I just want you to know.
I'm not at all. Oh, here's another super... Also, Pathfinder has great artists for this kind of thing.
I know. I love all of their art. Their books are very inspiring.
Like,
oh, man, look at those minis. Sorry. Okay,
What is that?
What is what? What? Oh, damn. He is... He's just one of the scribes for the army of pixies that we have.
That's terrifying, though. Like, he's just like a normal human...
And he's a warrior unto himself.
Except for fly wings and this big nasty fly head.
That's so gross. So cool.
Like, who wants that?
Oh, man. I'm so intrigued by that. I want, like, a whole society.
A whole society of fly people?
Yes.
Weird. Gross.
Awesome.
Gross. I'm also surprised that given the amount of demon lords that D&D has, they don't have more demons that are, like, specific to them. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not 100% true. I will never be able to remember the name, but it's, Demon Manta Ray. It's like there we go. There it is. The Ixatzatl. These guys they're demon manta rays that are minions of... And none of these images are good.
I mean, I kind of get the oh, no, that one's horrible. The first one's not bad. Wow.
Maybe I can steal the name.
More copy and paste?
Yes. Yeah, they don't get used enough to really have many images.
They're just water-based, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean...
I feel like... I know, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I feel like a lot of times, most campaigns, don't ever touch the water, so...
But, like, these are demons specifically for Dagon.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I feel like there needs to be more demons that are very specific to the demon lords.
Yes. Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
Orcus... You don't really need that many demons because he's the demon lord of undeath, so you just throw a bunch of undead. But, like, Dweeblex is a demon lord of ooze. Like, get some gross demons in there.
Yeah, for real. My brain's, like, trying to... You just said ooze, and we were talking about the Quasit, and I just... my brain's just...
Ooze Quasit.
Plugging away now. I can't. Ridiculous.
Although one of the demons in what is this? Volo's Guide is really cool. The Shusuva.
Oh.
It's
See,
this,
I don't have Volo's Guide.
it's
think.
this nasty
Oh, no, I do.
looking plague dog with a scorpion tail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fantastic, though. Let's see.
So you got that guy.
Oh, yeah. I remember this picture. Yeah, dude, that shit. I feel like, no, it might not have been this, but maybe something similar was something Rudy, like, threw at us at one point. It might not have been this, though. That's okay.
Is there
I can't
anything
really
Rudy
remember.
didn't throw at you?
Yeah, Quasits.
Oh, see? If Rudy didn't even use them, you know
Yeah,
there's
right?
a problem.
Not worth it.
Oh,
Oh, man.
speaking of Dreeblex, so there actually is one in Mordekainen's. Elkilith. Yeah. This version is much better. So it's like, if you look at the picture, it's like this false... I like the way the picture presents it, because it says it has a false appearance indistinguishable from, like, ordinary slime or fungus.
Yeah.
But this picture kind of makes it look like it's growing, like, almost like a moss.
Yeah.
Which is really, like... That's really cool. That's different from all the other demons. Like, in the monster manual, you got a bunch of big, brutish demons that look a little different and have they have different challenge ratings, but they're not super different.
Yeah.
Then you got
really
this
cool.
thing. And I also like, if you notice that it's in this window, this open window,
Yeah,
but inside one of the panes, it's like a portal
yeah, dude.
to somewhere else.
That's actually the first thing I noticed, not the moss. I thought it was just like garlands around, like, it's like a winter wonderland kind, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just decoration, and then we started talking about it and you pointed it out and I was like, oh shit, like, yeah, you could do some crazy stuff with that.
Oh, and yeah,
Like I was saying, like, oh, here's a holiday party you were all invited to, and then like somebody gets trapped and it's fine. Mystery.
so Mordekainen's actually has some pretty good ones. Apparently this one is definitely based on mythology. You want the D&D version. Here we go. So the die book is like this demon that is kind of, it's basically a ghost demon. It possesses corpses.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then it does nasty things as the corpse.
Okay, so what is it allowed to do as the corpse? Or does it not really get into that?
So
I imagine it might.
the die book disappears into an intact corpse it can see within 5 feet. It must be large or smaller, and must be a beast or humanoid, and effectively possesses the creature, becoming undead. Though now it looks alive, as alive as you can, depending on how bad the corpse is.
Yeah.
And it gains temporary hit points equal to the corpse's hit points maximum in life. So, like, if it takes over, like, a fighter...
Yeah, right?
Like, you gotta defeat the corpse before you can defeat it, because it retains its own hit points. It retains its alignment, its intelligence, wisdom, charisma, telepathy, as well as immunity to things like poison damage and exhaustion.
Dude.
But it can still use, like, the corpse's strength and dexterity. So if it possesses, like, a minotaur corpse, you basically have to fight the minotaur with this thing's knowledge and resistances, and it can't be exhausted.
Oh man, that's dope. I want to use that.
Oh, and violate corpse. The die book can use a bonus action while possessing a corpse to make it do something unnatural, like a horror movie. Like vomit blood, twist its head all the way around, or or cause a quadruped to move bipedally. So it does a straight up like grudge move and
Oh
causes
man.
you to make a wisdom save or become frightened.
Dude, I want to use that so bad.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh man, so many fun scenarios.
Yeah,
Unlike
the
the Quasit. Thanks, Quasit.
and there's a demon in here called the Cibriax, which is this gross like just mass of like flesh and mouths and warts and stuff. But it's
And
this
gross.
super
Got it.
powerful demon that has the ability to warp creatures. And in Mordekainen's, there's this table of flesh warping where if you fail, like, some weird stuff can happen. It's random. So, like, two of your teeth can just turn into tusks, or your eyes can become beacons filling a 15-foot comb with light, or the target's ears.
That's a bad day.
The target's ears tear free from its head and scurry away. The target is deafened.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
like the demons
That's
in
awesome.
Mordekainen's are like 200% better than the demons in the basic monster manual. Classics though they may be.
Yeah, right?
Although I guess they're decently powerful. Like that's a level 18 with legendary actions. So but you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah.
The
Whatever.
die book's only a challenge rating 4. So you could use that early on. That's
Yeah,
cool.
totally. Oh, that's awesome. So many ideas. So many
Yeah.
ideas. I I have to agree that I mean, as we talked about, Quasit's pretty much same level as Imp, only a little bit they fall a little bit short even then, I think. Um, but like some of these other demons and devils, I think you could do some really cool stuff with. Like the one on the screen still right now is just
Yeah.
blowing my mind. How do you pronounce that one again? How is it pronounced?
Die book, I would assume,
Dive.
but you
Okay,
know.
all right. I would not have pronounced it the same way. Glad I asked.
See, like in the monster manual, you got the Goristro, which basically just looks like a big. I mean, he's got hooves. He looks like a demonic minotaur almost.
Mm-hmm.
But what's cool about him, and like actually, he kind of is a demonic minotaur. Labyrinth recall. The fact that he's a siege monster makes him very useful. But that's almost like all. Like that's a very specific place to put him.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like there should be a lot more horror involved in demons, but maybe that's just my personal bias towards horror.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a bias towards horror, and I feel the same. I like a lot of these other ones better because I feel like there's more of a horror aspect. Like, look at that motherfucker, and then that I can't remember what she was called, but the one with the four arms and everything.
Oh, from Pathfinder? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's terrifying.
Where is she?
What is she called again?
The Surreptus demon.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, man.
But yeah, like, because they're chaotic evil, right? So they're destructive, but also they're embroiled, at least in D&D, in the blood war, demons versus devils. So there's and there's a hierarchy, so there's got to be some form of planning, at least in part. Like, obviously, Demogorgon has plans, but it fights itself on those plans and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the Balor, the Merilith has a 18 or 20 intelligence, so even though they're just machines of destruction and chaos, there's got to be some kind of like way to do it and way to plan. without them just actually being just feral monsters that just attack until they're killed.
Right, yeah.
So I feel like, I mean...
Something more, yeah.
I feel like,
definitely.
yeah, the demons in the monster manual certainly have plenty of destruction involved, but not enough, like, nuanced
Yeah.
destruction. Because, like, when you read, like, the Drizzt books and stuff, the Yucklals are these weird candle waxy demons, but they very specifically act in the name of the Spider Queen and connive and scheme and do things. But so many of these demons are just statistically built to kill.
Yeah, right. Like kill, maim, destroy. Okay,
yeah,
there's
kill,
no
maim,
end game. There's nothing. You're not doing it for anything. No.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I agree. Is there anything else you want to mention for this episode of the rant in terms of Quasits and or fellow demons or devils?
Oh, I don't know. I need to explore the Blood War more. I need to use more demons and devils. They're
Same
fun.
though.
But, like, there's so many things. So many things.
I feel like we say that every episode,
just,
but yeah.
Just go buy the Pathfinder bestiaries and use them at 5th edition table.
There you go. Perfect.
Like, basically.
Done and done.
Almost, like, yeah, I've used them. If you have any experience DMing battles, especially if you have any over level 10, you can take a Pathfinder bestiary, open it up, and not spend time converting it. You can just be like,
yeah,
this is how I need to run it. Like, it's not hard.
No. It's a
you
good
can,
time.
Like, it's super useful. Like, when my players fought the giant boat made of undead corpses, like, that was crazy. And it got destroyed, but, you know, that's... My players are too good.
Hey. You mean they work together and shit? What?
Oh, like... in ways I couldn't even plan for. And I planned for a lot of ways they could have taken this thing on. And they still managed to very quickly, and without talking to each other, perfectly execute a set of plans that just completely derailed any contingencies I had.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yes, but also...
You hated it?
I didn't get to hurt them at all. I need to make them fear.
Oh, okay. Well, besides needing to make your your players fear, I'm going to take this opportunity and open up the floor to you to announce any updates you would like to mention.
All the updates.
Oh, good, good. Anything else more specific?
So, if you're listening to this in the future, and have listened to previous streams, whether we were playing Neverwinter or the last Forge,
Yeah.
you may notice, although, Red, you haven't been typing as much, but there's no, anymore.
Hey, whatever.
Because she has a boom arm and a shock mount.
Yay!
Which makes our lives a lot better, and probably people, when they eventually start listening more to these, will appreciate it.
So I did it on social media, but a shout out to you, my co-host. Thank you, sir, as well as to our patrons for making that possible.
Yeah, all I really did was transfer funds and order.
You should just take the compliment and the thank you and
thank
move
the
forward.
patrons. Thank the patrons.
I did.
Just them.
Okay.
But
thank you, patrons. No one else. Everyone else sucks. Thank you, patrons.
That's probably true. But for the Patreon, I'm gonna update the goals. We talked a little about this last time. But we're gonna add webcams to the goal. One for each of us. Because if we're streaming,
yeah,
like, that's the thing you gotta do.
Yep.
I guess probably we'll add like green sheets to that list or something too. Or maybe I can figure out something. I really don't know how I'm gonna set up my webcam.
Really?
I don't know what your space looks like, but
My space is pretty good. I mean, depending on the webcams we get, hopefully in the future, fingers crossed. Hey, everybody, thanks. I can make it work. So yeah,
I can make
we'll
it
cross
work.
that bridge when we get to it.
But
Don't worry about it
also there was something else. There was another goal I was going to add besides the webcams that I spent time thinking about today.
This is going well.
This is me literally every time, except I get to edit this part out when it was audio.
Yeah, well, we don't get to do that anymore, friend.
That's true. What was it?
I don't know, sir. If you had, like, text me, I could have reminded you, but you didn't. No, I got nothing.
It's going to drive me insane now.
Well, that's okay, because we can always update the website and the show notes, so it's all right.
I feel like it was a physical object.
Cool. Excellent.
I have no idea, and that's
all right. We're gonna have to move on
distract
from
me
that,
forever now.
Any
Yeah, I
other
don't know.
updates? Anything else that you have
Any
writing-wise
other
that's coming out
updates?
that I'm not aware of?
So, the Liberus Monstrum is going to change to be more creative. I need to convert the Quantum Sorcerer into a PDF form, which I wanted to get done earlier this month, but as my absent-mindedness can attest, as well as Aaron can attest, between busy work and the end of school and a terrible, awful, stupid paper that I had to write this weekend, I've been a little busy, so I kind of put that off, but I do have the draft done, and I posted a little bit of that draft on the website like a week and a half ago. But I am very much going to try to get that up for Pay What You Want, because it's kind of a preview of what I'm going to be doing in the Magic of Physics, which is going to have like the Quantum Sorcerer. It's going to have a couple other like physics/sciencey math weird based subclasses, and like it's going to have like gravity based spells.
So a lot to look forward to on that.
Yeah, so that'll be cool, but the Quantum Sorcerer will be Pay What You Want. So you can look forward to that on Drive Through RPG, hopefully by the new year. And then going into the new year, the Liberus Monstrum is going to be changing. I'm going to be resetting my article schedule as things are changing, because obviously there's stuff that we have talked about that we want to make, I want to make. We have to move forward on the Forge Volume 1. Which we will talk significantly about in a couple weeks and plan for. But also, like, I've been trying to do more Blog Carnival articles for each month, but also the community is Google Plus based in terms of communication. And since Google Plus is dying, I don't know how that's going to work, because I'm not very deep in that community. I just kind of try to do the posts when I can and contribute my articles to that collection. So I don't know if I'll be doing that anymore or what. But there's also, like, I haven't done resources in a while, but I don't have a huge list that I want to do. I only have a couple reviews I want to get done. So there's, like, a lot of stuff I want to work out, but there's a lot of stuff I want to make.
Yeah, so
And
there's
I
a
have
lot on the
ideas.
horizon. I wasn't trying to give you the update space so that you could freak out about all the things you have to do.
I'm not freaking out. It's just... Yes.
Just a lot.
There's a lot coming. It's all
Excellent.
very vague and ephemeral right now, but it's there, I promise.
We swear it's there.
Also, Agents of Farsight is happening.
Yes, we have a date.
It's
for that.
happening. Which means I also have to set a date for myself to start editing Chapter 2 again.
Oh boy. Well, you will
January.
figure that out. We
That's
got
January.
this. I will help you.
Yeah. So
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So
there's
look forward to all of that,
yeah.
folks. And yeah, more to come for sure.
So
Always creating.
I guess then the question is, the next Forge, 4G Forge, which will be the first like major planning phase Forge
Yeah.
and just general discussion. Let's call that. How does the 10th of January sound?
I am not sure. I do not have my calendar in front
What?
of me. Yeah. But we can determine that once we're done with the episode if you want.
Yes, let's do that.
All right, cool.
So maybe the 10th.
Maybe the 10th. Yeah, so that's going to wrap up this episode of the Untamed Rant, everybody. Be sure to check out our website, thewanderingalchemist.com.
Yes.
It's got previous episodes of the rant and our actual play podcasts on it. You can also check out the website. It's got a ton of tips, ton of tricks, and it's got some articles on there about tabletop gaming and general nerdiness. So go check that out.
Yes, and you can't catch the last Forge yet, but I did manage to download it before it disappeared from the Twitch archives or whatever the hells you want to call it. Because we are not affiliated yet, we get 14 days to download those, and I did not realize it, except for the Forge, the important one. I downloaded that. I just have to set up YouTube as our stream archive, so that will be available along with this episode, which if you found it, you probably found it there, but if you haven't and somehow you're listening to this before I've set that up, just keep an eye out for it. We'll get all the archives going, and we'll make playlists for the Forge, for Neverwinter, for whatever we're doing.
Yeah. Also, as I mentioned, while Crowley was going to grab those books, we do love what we do. So if you want to help support us and you do want to become a patron, go to patreon.com and search for The Wandering Alchemist. Pledges from $1 and up gives you early access to the podcasts, and it also gives you a chance to win some giveaways, and you get a welcome package. It's got some really good benefits to it. So we're always looking for support. And if you'd like to contact us directly with questions, comments, or to let us know you need help to summon a demon, please use the contact information located on our website. As always, I'm the Untamed Scribe.
And I am the Wandering Alchemist.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
And have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, bye!
Bye!